Am I the asshole for not letting my nephew live with us in college? My wife and I have 2 twin boys who are going to college next month. We are very excited for them and also excited for us to be empty nesters. I love my boys, but I've been looking forward to living with just my wife and I for a long time. My wife's sister has a son, Josh, who will be going to a college in the same city we live in. He was supposed to have an athletic scholarship that would pay for most of his tuition and room and board, but it fell through due to an injury that will mean he won't play anymore. He's wanted to go to that school for non-sports reasons for a while, so he will still go there. My wife's sister recently asked us if Josh could stay with us during school or freshman year, since we'll have 2 empty bedrooms and dorms are expensive. My wife said she'd begrudgingly allow it if I was on board, but admitted it's not really what she wants, and agreed we both need to be on board for it to happen. I declined. I feel bad for Josh, but I want my privacy and don't want to live with an 18-19-year-old college kid. If one of my kids stayed home an extra year, that'd be a little disappointing, but I'd allow it. But I don't want my nephew here. It's caused a bit of conflict with my sil calling me a selfish asshole and saying I'm not acting like family. I suggested they just take out more loans to pay for it. If they don't have the cash in hand, which I think they could make work if they tried. Or if Sil went back to work. Am I the asshole? X200B. Not the asshole. But stop yourself from giving a point of view on her finances, career options, etc. Stay out of all that. I also find it hard to believe a kid going off to college wants to have his freshman year experience with his aunt and uncle as roommates. Not the asshole. You don't have to solve this problem for your sil. So no need to continue giving suggestions. Your answer to her is that won't work for us. And that's all you need to say. Enjoy your empty nest. Not the asshole. I think it's actually very selfish to ask anyone to take in their kid when they know they have 2 children already and are about to have an empty nest, and she could also go back to work to supplement the income for her son. Spare me. You are so not the asshole at all. They also just assumed you all would let him live there, hence no other arrangements were made for your nephew. Not the asshole. Was she planning on paying you for the added cost of another person in your house? Not the asshole. My guess is your nephew doesn't want it either. My mother had a weird thing about doing something similar when I was finishing high schools. I deliberately looked at schools where I knew we didn't have family or friends. Not the asshole. I understand wanting to be empty nesters. As parents, we did our jobs and want to have some quiet and peace. Plus, life is unpredictable. What happens if one of your sons or both decide that the college they are going to isn't for them? It isn't fair to give up your kids' rooms when they technically still live there. They will come home. It may be at a time when the nephew is still there. It isn't fair for your sil to expect